So, that Apple Watch Series 5 on your wrist, your faithful companion for years now, but maybe you've got your eye on the Series 10. New features like body temperature sensing, even sleep apnea detection. Suddenly, your watch sounds less like a gadget and more like a personal health guru. And 5 years. That's an eon in tech. So, is your Series 5 holding you back from serious health insights? Let's see if the Apple Watch Series 10 is the game changer you need. Upgrading tech you wear daily isn't just about chasing shiny objects. It's about making life genuinely better. The Series 5 back in 2019 wowed us with its always-on display, but technology marches on, and the Series 10, which debuted in 2024, is flexing serious new health muscles. I'm breaking down whether the new sensors, brighter screen, and zippier performance of the Series 10 are compelling enough for you to finally retire your loyal Series 5. And whether I did that too. This isn't a spec sheet recital, it's about whether this upgrade is truly worth it for you, especially if you're smart about how you get it. But let's give the Series 5 its due. For many, it's been an absolute legend, that always-on display, a game changer. It packed the S5 chip, an ECG app, fall detection, and a compass. Cutting edge for its time and still decent for essentials. It tracked workouts, nudged you to move, and kept you connected too. But here in 2025, the Series 5 is showing its age. The S5 chip can feel sluggish. Battery life? Officially 18 hours, but many struggle to get through a day now. And I'm on my second battery, and it's down to 86% battery health. And yeah, it struggles. Crucially, the Series 5 isn't getting any major software updates anymore, meaning it's stuck on an older watch OS, missing new features and security improvements. Its health tracking was great, but it lacks newer sensors like blood oxygen. Is functional good enough when you could know so much more about your well-being? Now, for the Apple Watch Series 10, this is a significant leap, especially for health. First, a body temperature sensor. It tracks your wrist temperature during your sleep, offering clues about your general health and, for women, valuable cycle tracking insights. Then there's sleep apnea detection. The Series 10 monitors your breathing patterns during sleep, potentially flagging this common but often undiagnosed condition. It's not a doctor's diagnosis, but a strong nudge to consult one. Monumental for a watch. The new S10 chip means a faster, smoother experience, enabling on-watch Siri commands for speed and privacy. Plus the nifty double tap gesture. The screen is bigger, significantly brighter, 2000 nits versus the Series 5's 1000, and it's got slimmer bezels too. Now all this means that the watch is thinner, lighter, possibly slightly larger at 42mm and 46mm cases, and tougher with IP6X dust resistance. You have crash detection included, and you also have that blood oxygen sensor hardware. It's there, though its usability depends upon your region. And watchOS 11 on Series 10 brings new features like training load. Now these aren't just tweaks. I think they transform the watch into a proactive health partner. The Series 10 with its S10 chip I think is noticeably quicker. Apps open faster, scrolling feels more fluid, and it feels like a new device, especially if you snag a great deal on a pre-loved one. The screen offers about 30% more real estate than the Series 5 thanks to those thinner bezels and potentially larger cases depending upon what you choose. Messages are easier to read for me, definitely with my aging eyes. It's twice as bright, and that's a huge help outdoors, and even the always-on display I think is brighter and improved. The double tap gesture is incredibly handy for one-handed control, and the Series 10 usually packs 64GB of storage compared to the Series 5's 32 gigs. Now both watches officially quote up to 18 hours battery life, but the Series 10 often performs, in my experience, better in real-world use, with sometimes getting 24 or even 36 hours of use, especially with the always-on display off in low power mode. I'd be surprised if you get anything like 18 hours out of a Series 5 now, not if you've been using it for any period of time anyway. But the real game changer, one of a few actually, is fast charging. The Series 10 can go from 0 to 80% in roughly 30 minutes, and that's massive compared to the Series 5. Just 8 minutes on the charger gives you about 8 hours of sleep tracking. And that revolutionizes the battery experience, making it much easier to use all of its features, especially overnight health tracking. So if your Series 5 battery is a constant battle, then this is a compelling reason to upgrade alone, and a feature you'll appreciate even on a used one like mine. More on that later. Now, all this means that this Series 10 truly shines for me. The Series 5 had a solid foundation, but the Series 10 is now in another league. The day-to-day experience is simply just better. So, is the Series 10 right for you? Yes, if you're all about health. If you want detailed stats, early warnings for conditions like sleep apnea or deeper cycle insights, then the Series 10 is calling your name. These are empowering tools. And yes, if you love the latest tech, the faster S10 chip, brighter screen, and double tap will feel like a major step up. The sleeker design and snappier performance will enhance daily use, and I actually find it easier to wear overnight, even though it's heavier. And yes, if your Series 5 is on its last legs. If it's feeling slow or the battery barely lasts, then the Series 10 will be a refreshing change with its speed and much faster charging. And it's a yes if you're serious about fitness too. The Series 10 offers more advanced metrics, potentially more accurate sensors. I definitely noticed this with respiratory rate, enhanced durability, and that convenience of the double tap during workouts. The brighter screen is great outdoors too. So, why not the Ultra Watch 2? Is the Series 10 the smartest choice for most people? I would say yes, for most people, absolutely. It hits a fantastic sweet spot, I think. The Ultra 2 is an amazing piece of kit, no doubt, but it's really geared towards extreme athletes or those needing its super specific rugged features. The 49mm case size and the 14.4mm thickness I think makes it awkward under shirt cuffs. And at 61.4 grams, it's almost twice as heavy as the Series 10. The depth gauge, siren, and extra action button are pretty useless, I think, for most people, and you'll pay almost double for the features that you'll most likely rarely use. If you're a normal person, like me anyway. For a lot of us, the Series 10 delivers all those advanced health monitoring capabilities, a sleeker, more comfortable design for daily wear, and all the performance we need. And here's the kicker. You can often get a great deal on a Series 10, perhaps even a used one, with some warranty still intact, like I did with mine, which still had 4 months left. That makes it an incredibly savvy choice, giving you top-tier tech without the Ultra's price tag, or its more specialized, potentially bulky build if it's not what you need. So, who could probably wait? If your Series 5 still does what you need, its battery is fine, and you're not drawn to the advanced health features, you might wait. But remember, the Series 5 isn't getting new watchOS updates, so you're missing feature enhancements and security fixes. Apple targets its upgrades at users with 3 to 5-year-old watches, so a 2019 Series 5 to a 2024 Series 10 fits in perfectly with their strategy. So, is it time to retire your Series 5 for the Series 10? I think for most Series 5 owners, even if you're looking for smart value, the answer is a resounding yes. So, what are your thoughts? Are the Series 10's health features tempting you, or have you already snagged one like I did? Let me know in the comments what's most crucial for you in a smartwatch, and if you found any great deals. I'll see you in the next video.